All right, we are going to pick up right where we left off. You're trying to escape from Master Butterbrun's house, but as you do, first, Mike, Sai's ushering everybody out, getting out the door, or excuse me, getting out that back window, and you look back. You take one final look back towards that assassin, and their body is just melting away. You've heard about this before that they do not leave anything behind. So his body is just melting away into this puddle of acid, the body, the clothing, everything. But one of his hands was sort of reaching out, and that's just sort of where it landed after Bear stopped Hulk smashing him around. And you see, as his hand is melting into this acid, there's this dark silver ring, and it's melting slower than everything
grab it.
else. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. And there's a black smoky gem. So yeah, you hesitated a bit. You're heading back to grab it. Absolutely. Master Butterbuns, he sees it. He like whacks it with his cane and it flies across. You grab it, and yeah, you jump. You jump out the window. You say, "Let's get out of here." All right. Bear knows he's not part of the regular crew. He was here with a caravan from the farmlands, anyways. So he's like, "I'm gonna break off from you. I'm gonna go. Look, I'll meet you back at the tavern. Get out any way you can." But Kala is a part of the regular crew. You know that she's had run-ins just like everybody else with Arnold. So you've got to get over to the temple. That's where she was, why she wasn't burgling with you tonight. So you got to get over and pick her up and talk her into getting out of town with you. We'll say you're outside the temple. You're hiding in a bush again, since that worked so well last time. So you're there hiding in a bush. She's on the second floor. You're like, there's a door to the temple and then a couple windows, and like this is the window.
Somebody give me a boost.
Yeah,
Graham's going first instinct, and he takes a stone and whips it at the window.
Classic move.
Are you still in the bushes, or have you like come out of the bushes?
I think it would make sense for Graham to sort of stand up to get a good throw.
And then Sai reaches up and grabs him and pulls him back.
Yes.
So you see a light, a little bit more light come on in Kala's window, and then you can hear that the door that's right there is beginning to get unlocked. And it's Lemmy. Lemmy's right there, and he's got his little temple garb on, and he's like looking around.
I'll stick my head out of the bush.
Okay,
come here.
So yeah, he at the top of his voice, he's like,
"Oh, it's Lady Cala's friend. Oh, hello, son."
And he's like waving and being like extra loud.
Shake the bush and whisper, "Oh, hail the rat king."
Okay, so you grab him, you pulled him into the bush, and now all three of you, and
grab him by the feet, and it's kind of a classic.
Like pulled into the bush. So you guys are all in the bush now. And he's like,
"Oh, okay. We're playing hide and go seek. All right."
Did you send a message to Kala?
Yeah, I can go get her. You want me to get her?
Do it quietly.
Okay.
We're it's a secret.
Oh,
right? We're gonna tell Kala a secret.
I'm good at that. I've snuck around lots for the Rat King.
Oh, hail the rat king.
Yeah, she needs to meet us down the road.
Okay. Where?
At the old fruit vendor's cart.
Okay. I'll go get her. I'll see you guys in a little bit.
and he like takes off, goes back in, shuts the door, and then you guys, I guess, go. So Kala, he comes up and he's like banging on your door, or I don't know if your door's locked, but Lemmy's like knocking on your door.
What time of night is this?
It is probably 2-ish in the morning.
Whoa. Because I was gonna say that completely dictates to what I'm doing right now. So Kala
is very late.
Was fully asleep and wakes up and she's in her pajamas, like, she opens the door and she's like, oh, Lemmy, what's up?
Hello, milady. Those friends of yours that went down and we were at the Rat King, and you remember that one time when the Rat King was there and then he wasn't there, and then we were all together and we were in the sewers and all that? It's those guys. And they're outside by the fruit vendor, and they want us all to go have a party with them. But it's a secret. I think it's someone's birthday. So there's some kind of a secret, and you've got to go, and we've got to go right now, and it's important.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. And Kala's like, do I need my sword? Does it seem like a thing where I need to, get dressed up?
They were hiding in a bush.
What were they doing in the bush?
They were hiding in a bush. They grabbed me and pulled me into the bush, and then they told me about the secret. So it seems pretty important. It seems pretty secret. And they wanted me to go too. They said for sure that I had to go with you.
Okay, we're gonna hang out for like 5 minutes.
Okay.
Give me just like a minute. And she shuts the door. But eventually she gets ready enough that she opens the door again, and she's like, okay, Lemmy, It's really late right now, so we gotta be really quiet.
Oh, yeah, I can be.
Calla's not
I
a very
can be really
quiet
quiet.
person.
I can
Can
be
you?
really
Alright.
quiet. Yeah, come on, let's go. Let's to the fruit
Okay.
cart.
And
All
you guys sneak downstairs and yeah, you head outside and he's being more sneaky than maybe you are, but yeah, it's not too far away, this old like dirty fruit cart that's over by the edge of town. So
Calla just strides up. She's just strolling down the street like nothing's happened. Like
I'll just kind of join her path.
like just out of nowhere.
Just kind of
Just be like,
sidle
"Oh,
right on
oh
up,
God,
like
I didn't see you there.
here we are, just on a nightly stroll.
yeah.
What did you do?
Graham's like, we need to go.
You guys look a little well, how do I say this?
Marked for death,
Okay.
because that would be
Maybe
right.
we should get off the street.
I think that'd be a good idea.
We have to go. We need to be safe. We need to be unseen.
You know a way to get out of town, Sai. So you're able to go like through one of the gates that's run by the city guard. So it's not really a problem. So you get out of town, you head off into the woods. So you're leaving the farmlands are kind of to the southeast. So you're leaving straight east to get into some woods because you figure you should probably stay off the roads. You go about an hour in, and at that point, I mean, you've been up all night, and you were in a fight yesterday and haven't slept. So you're able to get out there, get some safety, and just take a little bit of a rest. What do we want to do? We want to set watches. You want to give Lemmy a watch? He seems pretty.
No, Calla's going to volunteer because she has some good night's sleep so far. I mean, you woke
Okay.
her up, but you do not look very good right now. So, if you want to take a little nap, that's fine. I'll just
Okay.
make sure nothing bad happens.
Don't go through all that trouble, Kala. At least let me take a little bit of a watch. I'm used to sort of like sneaking naps at work and things. I can run on a little sleep. It's okay.
All right, I'll take the first two.
Okay.
Take the fourth.
So I guess you just get to snuggle up and sleep, Jen.
I'll take it. Yeah.
That's good. You
Ashen
lucked out.
snores the night away.
Sure.
All right, so we've got watches set. So Kala, you're up for the first two. So here's what I want us to do. I want you to make we'll do like one for every hour. So I want you to make an open awareness check. So tell me how well you did as you were sitting there in the dark, looking out, listening,
Just
How
looking
well
at
did
the
you do?
sky.
just looking out.
Oh, I did real good.
Oh boy.
I did very good.
So you are sitting there just like listening, and it is dark, and you're a human. You just have human eyes. But or not, you're not a human. You're a
I'm
waste-
human adjacent. I'm
you're,
not.
you're
I'm
yeah,
not
you're
quite.
you're half wastelander. So, but you still have normal. You don't have like elf eyes. You can see there's animal movement out there, which shouldn't surprise you too much, but it just seems like a lot. But you're almost certain you're hearing animals calling, and then there's a response to it.
She thinks that's kind of nice, actually. Maybe that's just, and there's just this long dialogue of maybe animals just talk to each other like people do. Because if I was an animal, then I want to talk to something else, and maybe it's just mating season. So I'm just
Oh.
gonna see. Do they get any closer?
Nope.
Oh well, then no, it's just fine.
So this is your hour two. You're listening, you're looking.
That one was not so good.
Not so good, huh?
That was actually almost the worst.
It seems like the sounds died out. So maybe the curiosity that these animals had, they satisfied and they disappeared. So yeah, the changing of the guard. You go kick Graham. He gets up.
How'd the watch go?
Oh, good. It was just it was very nice. The sky's really pretty. There's like stars out there. Yeah.
All right.
All right, Kala goes and snuggles up wherever. All right, so Graham, go ahead and make me
Let's
an
see
open
here.
awareness check. Let's see what we see.
All
Mhm.
right.
Hear what we hear.
That is a hard success.
I mean, it's a ways out, but you see like a figure, like a human size, maybe like a hunched over figure. And like there's something familiar about them. They don't get any closer. They'll like disappear behind a tree, and then you're looking, and then they'll appear again somewhere else. But you're certain that this is what you're seeing.
Graham is going to be wary and sort of maybe focus a little bit more attention in that direction versus the others,
Okay.
just to kind of keep an eye and
You're not waking anybody up or
no,
anything like that.
but I think
Okay.
when shift change comes, it's definitely going to be a hey.
So now, yeah, you're up, Sai, and you are doing your changeover.
Sai, when I was doing watch, I saw a shadow, like a person or something.
Cool.
Good night. And you go back.
Get some sleep, buddy.
You can go ahead and make a awareness check as well. You can give yourself advantage because you do have low light. As an elf, you can see a little bit better as you're looking out there. in
Well,
that direction.
I already rolled and was critically observant.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you are looking out there and you 100% see what he's talking about. I mean, they're a ways out. They're a football field out, but you can see them and they're wearing some kind of a cloak with like a hood up. The call and response sounds, it's like someone's making them almost like they're not quite, animal sounds, and they're not like quite the right animal sounds. It's like someone or something is making animal noises to communicate one with another.
I'll
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'll take out a pipe and light a pipe,
Okay.
and then
Okay.
and then I'll kind of kick back and I'll whistle the call of, like that animal correctly.
When you do that, like it goes dead silent out there, like the calls stop. So then after you're watching for about a half an hour and the first bit of light is starting to come up, you hear from this person calling out, Lemmy? Lemmy, is that you, Lemmy? And Lemmy like sits bolt straight up and is like,
My lord?
No. No.
Is that you?
He can't be.
Ashton would definitely wake up since he was like snuggled up to you. Graham, you wake up?
Yeah, I think Graham struggled to get back to sleep. Just cold bed again, and
And I guess you guys weren't prepared for it, so you don't have like bedrolls or anything. You weren't prepared to be out here, so you're just sleeping.
No, because no one told me what I should bring.
Yeah.
Helen doesn't
You
even
thought you
have
were
a
going to
toothbrush.
a birthday party.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what he said. Said there'd be
So-
fruit pies or something there.
Lemmy,
there wasn't.
Lemmy then stands up and he's like,
My lord? My lord?
and he is now looking in the direction, and then you hear the voice like, Lemmy, come to me. And Lemmy like takes off running in the direction of that figure.
No, let me know.
I can try and grab.
So go ahead and make me an attack roll real quick, Ashen. Maybe you can just grab onto him.
Have we accidentally kidnapped a kid?
Did you grab him with like either a dexterity check or an attack roll there, Jen?
Yes, I absolutely did.
All right, so you dive, you grab onto him, you're like holding onto his leg. He's trying to pull away, like,
No, let me go. I have to go. I have to go. I have to get back home. I have to get back home.
Like Kala.
all right, Kala, you wake up. Yeah.
Oh my god, why? And all I see is a halfling assaulting a child.
Right.
And I'm pretty fond of Lemmy, so like I get involved. I'm like, yeah. What's going on? Action!
He took off. He set up and somebody yelled at him and he is trying to take off into the woods. I don't know. He's your friend, pet. I don't know what to call him.
Di, what are you thinking about all this?
Yeah. I'm gonna break in. Lemmy, let's make sure that really is who you think it is before you go running that way.
You now see there are figures not all around the camp, but in a good moon-sized shape on one side of the camp. And as the sun comes up, sure enough, the Rat King is standing right there with a whole bunch of little rat warriors around him. Now, but these are different. If you remember the rats that you saw before, they were almost fairy tale like. There was like bright colors. They were wearing those headbands and those sashes, and everything was like perfect with their like bakery and little Smurf village that they were in. These people look like they look real, if that makes sense. Like there's a warrior with a beat up shield and a spear with like a scar across his eye. They're all carrying like different kinds of weapons that are rusted. They're wearing clothes. Some are raggedy. You can see like there's some have been sewn and there's patches. There's something
But still
real,
very much rats, right?
but very much rats, very much rat
Okay.
people. They look
It's gone from
similar.
Muppet
Yeah.
Show to Dark Crystal.
There you go. But the Rat King looks like near identical to the Rat King that you have interacted with before. He's approaching the group. He's behind the line of rat warriors, and he's approaching, and he's like, Lemmy, is that really you? And Lemmy's like,
Yes, my lord. They won't let me go.
I nod over to Ash and I think we should let him go.
All right. But just remember, this is the guy that just sort of pieced out on us the last time when things got hard. So
Yes, and he left us with all the guards coming down, and we had to talk our
Yeah.
way out of that situation. He's not very nice.
So he let Lemmy go. Lemmy goes running. The rats kind of part, and he like hugs right on to him. Lemmy, it's all right. It's good. It's good to have you back again. Have you been all right? We tried to come for you, but we just couldn't get back into the city. You're kind of closest to him, Mike Sayers, and he kind of looks at you and he's like, is this true? How did you find him?
Remember how you abandoned Lemmy and all of us in the face of enormous opposition? You remember that? Ring a bell?
It does not at all. We were pushed out of the city maybe, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago. We've been living in some ruins just to the northeast of here. And Lemmy, we lost him. We lost him as we transitioned. And Lemmy's totally confused.
What is the last thing you remember when last you saw us?
I I've never met any of you in my life.
I don't know about that.
Lemmy, is this the same Rat King that we sat at table with?
But does he smell the same and stuff?
So like Lemmy like looks at him. He's totally confused and he's like,
He 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 looks the same. Is it what? Were you at a table with us, my lord?
and he's like, that was not me. We've been trying to find you and get you back.
we still have the objects that we do, don't we, that we took from the table.
Graham's wearing the boots. You got
Yeah.
the spoon and that box.
Any of this familiar to you? This was
Oh yes, we those were boots we found a long time ago. Those were a part of our hoard back in the old village that we kept. We had a village towards the end of the sewers. We kept it safe with a bridge. There was a waterfall there that we could use to get in and out. Yes, we had a hoard of goods there. So yes, those are very familiar. I hope you can absolutely keep them. I hope they're treating you well.
What happened to that village?
That is what we had to leave. A dark power came in, almost hunting us, and we were forced to leave.
If you think about it, it makes sense. If they were pushed out months ago, the dark force came in and maybe it imitated him
That's what I'm thinking as well.
and tried to lure us in.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do you have any of those, like any of your little rat people? Are they sort of ninjas?
No, this is the our warriors, friends. As the dawn is coming up, just come back to the village with us. At least stay for a bit, have a bite to eat before you go on your way.
Well, food sounds really nice. So Kaladin.
I'm hungry.
You walk maybe like an hour, so it's light now, and you are in the ruins of a. It looks like maybe like a large manor, and the village is it's set up a lot like that underground village was, but not fairy tale-esque. So there are little houses. What do you see the real rats of this village doing as dawn is coming upon us?
Well, one is dragging a giant piece of pizza.
Yeah.
I've got the Ewok village in my head.
There's definitely one in the corner trying his best to teach 4 small tortoises how to fight.
Like, yeah, okay. The tortoises that
like
are
it.
just actual tortoises.
Actual
And he's
tortoises.
trying to
yeah.
he's got like a wooden
Yes.
stick and he's trying to show him and it's going
They
terribly.
have
Yeah.
built-in shields, so they're already
Right.
better.
Yeah, it's a bunch of ordinary things. You're absolutely right.
Completely
There's like
ordinary.
kids
Canon
getting
now.
ready for school. Yeah.
Right.
All the normal things that you would accept to have here. So the Rat King, and when you get to town, like everywhere you go, there is now a group of like women and children and young men, rats following you around, like totally interested in what you're doing and like, trying to touch you. And they're just like overwhelmed by all the amazing things that you are here in town. So you get to kind of a center area. And like the Rat King here, he doesn't have like a throne. Like if you remember that charlatan Rat King, he had like a throne and he was like really setting himself up to like be in charge. No, he just sort of sits down underneath a tree And he calls everybody together and he's like, Lemmy has vouched for you, and I feel that we should give you an opportunity to become a part of our village, a part of our community, because Lemmy loves you so much and you have taken care of him. So if you are willing to accept, I would like to have you take the trial of the scavenger. Tonight, when darkness falls, if you agree, we will begin the trial. And like Lemmy is super excited, and everyone's like clapping, like this is a big deal. Somehow Lemmy has gotten his like tail and ears back. You didn't see it happen, but now he's like swishing his tail. He's like, super excited. And then the Rat King tells you, decide what you want to do, spend the rest of the day eating and resting. And tonight we will give you the trial and see if you are worthy of becoming a member of the community. What do you say to that?
I love a challenge.
Me too. Me too.
I think it'll be fun.
I guess you'll have to wait and see what the rules are. So, all right, everybody goes and you sit down and you're eating some food, and it's very humble food. So it's, things that they've foraged and meat that's been, cooked over a fire. Nothing like the extravagant things that you were served at that table before. So yeah, you have a pretty good day. And Ashen, this gives you a chance. You sneak away from everybody and you get a chance to check out that ring. All right. So you're looking it over. It is damaged. There's part of the metal you can see is melted, and the dark smoky black gem, it's cracked, but it feels kind of cold. It does buzz with an energy to it. How would you go about testing this thing out? What do you want to do with it?
I think I'm just going to kind of find a darker area of the woods for a minute and put it on and just kind of play with some shadow magic out of,
Okay.
well, not magic, shadow. I don't know what you want to call it.
Stuff, shadow
Stuff.
stuff. Yeah.
Stuff.
So yeah, when you put it on your finger, black tendrils start, but you're not worried about this. This is shadowy stuff. You're good with this.
Right.
Black tendrils kind of spiral out around your finger, up and down, and you can feel already shadow stuff, shadow magic radiating from the ring.
Yeah.
And you do little things. You make some of your bolts, you make some of your daggers, you're throwing them around. So in game terms, what this is going to do is any kind of weapons you create are now going to do +1 damage. You can add 1 damage to anything you create. But the big deal is, once a day, you can now manifest some sort of major shadow power. And I'm going to leave it up to you what that means. So you saw the assassin. He did that rain of shadowy daggers. You saw him create shadowy duplicates of himself. So those are options.
Okay.
But you can figure out other ways to use it. And you kind of wonder, like, wow, if this thing hadn't been damaged, like how much power would be in this ring. But yeah, so once a day, once per session, you can do some kind of cool major shadowy thing that you can figure out. All right. So with that out of the way, anyone want to do anything special during the day before we begin our scavenging test?
I'll take a walk out in the surrounding forest and just kind of get the lay of the land.
You came from the west, so you can see the forest heads further south and further to the west. You know that to the southeast is going to be eventually farmland. To the north, on the other side of these ruins, there is a bit of a hill that it doesn't quite go mountainy, but it is rocky and there's less trees up there. So that's the basic lay of the land, maybe a mile in every direction. And as you're out there, there's some other rat scouts that kind of meet up with you, and you talk about whatever. You ask them questions.
I'll see if they will teach me some of their animal language that they use for communicating at night.
Okay, yeah. So they go over some of the bird sounds and animal sounds, and they talk to you about just different ways that they're telling people where they are. And you know enough that if you were in the woods and you needed to communicate with them, just basic like I need help, or come over here, or stay away from this area, you could do some of that with them now pretty easily.
Ram is gonna do some physical preparation for the night's festivities. I think he's gonna do some push-ups, some pull-ups. He's running drills, like
He's gonna do some shots.
And you'll get some
We don't
rats that they'll do
have-
that stuff with you, especially like the young boys, like the teenage boy rats. They want to like impress each other. So they're trying to do like more push-ups than you, and you guys are joking about things and stretching out and all that. So, and they're showing you some of their moves. It's like silly stuff that you already know, and you're showing them some things. You're like punching trees and breaking branches and just being silly with them.
yeah.
No, that's very cool. What's Kala getting up to? And they love your shiny armor, by the way. Like there's little girls following you around. They want to like brush your hair. Yeah, it's all that. Yeah. You're getting like the Wizard of Oz treatment. Yeah. They want to, if you sit down, they're like braiding your hair and like I don't know, rubbing your nails with acorns. I don't know what they do. Like they like want to give you the Oz, the Oz
the-
Dorothy treatment, 100%.
The Cinderella treatment.
Yeah,
I love
exactly.
it.
Yeah,
I love it. So there's two things that Calla really likes to do. Though this is quite nice, and she will let it happen because like, ooh, this is lovely. But there's two things she loves to do, which is eat,
Yep.
and fight stuff. So those kind of like rats that are in training, she's gonna go toe to toe with them a little bit, just see
Oh,
what their
okay.
skills are about, maybe teach if she's better than them, because she might not be. She's having a great time.
You really are having the vibe of this place is so different from the kind of chilling vibe that you got and the fake, just like it was just too much when you were in the village before in the town. So you are enjoying your time here. So dusk starts falling. And the Rat King, like there's a bell that dings and everybody gathers together around the Rat King's tree. And he's like, all right, it is time to begin the trial of the scavenger. And everyone's like, ooh, everyone kind of like gets quiet. All right, the four of you will compete against our best scavengers. And you will have until dawn to find something, to scavenge something. And I will be the judge of what is best.
Oh my
And then he
gosh.
says, Bolo, Gorgonzola, Trixie, and Hams step forward. And three rats step forward, and one like falls down out of a tree, and they're there. And these four rat people, there's like three male rats. Trixie's a gal, she's the one who fell out of the tree. They look like the other rats, except there is a confidence about them that you have not seen in the other rats. These are like the elite. These are the elite rats. And then the Rat King addresses them and addresses you. Remember this, we are not thieves. You must only take what will not be missed. And with that, and he kind of looks up at the sun falling behind like a tree, and he waits this tense moment. Everybody's waiting, and then it falls, and he says, and we begin. And the four rats, they take off in all direct. Trixie launches herself up into a tree, and she's swinging away. The other three launch out. Let's start with Graham. So where does Graham go? What is he thinking about?
Ram thinks about the easiest way to find something that won't be missed is to find something that isn't known that it's lost yet.
Okay.
And so he heads straight for the main road.
The main road that goes from the town to the one that you're staying off of, that goes from the main town out to the middle of the farmlands where Bear's place is. Okay, great.
He's looking for anything that looks like it fell off the back of a cart.
I like that. Okay, yeah, there's some ditches. You can see there's one area that's a little bit bumpier. And yeah, as you look into the ditches, tell me what you find in there. Maybe you find a bag that's fallen off, that's rolled off of a cart, and you pop it open, and what kind of things are in there?
It's a bag of hats.
Okay. All right. What kind of hats?
All different types. It looks like it came from some sort of theatrical troupe or something. It's
Oh.
an entire bag of different hats for different costumes. You could be a pirate. You could be a chef. You could put on a hat and be a captain. You know, any hat is probably in here somewhere. He's just digging and digging, and it's more and more hats.
It fell off the ye old spirit Halloween card.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The ye old Party
Spirit
City.
Halloween.
Yeah. So, all right. Yeah. So you snatched it up. You were very excited about your find. And yeah, it takes you a good portion of the night to do that as you're searching in the dark up and down. I want to hear from, I mean, Ashton, like you said before, you're used to sneaking around, scavenging things, probably as a younger person. That's how you had to survive. So, where are you going? What are you trying to find?
My attention is going to go more to the type of things that I'm used to scavenging for, or at least the type of vibe. In my younger days, that was things that were much less ambitious and things that were easily found in the woods, easily found on the side of the road, things that were prized for I don't want to say, of course, not magical abilities, but mystical abilities.
Oh,
Whether or not that's true is kind of immaterial. It's just whether, some cases, I think it was, most cases, it was just things that people believed had some kind of
I
magic
see.
power
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
type of
yeah.
things.
Crystals and things like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right. So on the path here, one of the things I noticed was the mostly picked clean skull of a crow, along with some feathers, and it's been there for a while. So we're gonna grab those.
Okay.
We'll probably pick up some various berries and things that I know people prize for poultices and potions, even though, again, that is, I think, mostly people's superstition, but their coincidence just the same. So I provide them if they ask for it. And I'll probably swing back around on the way in next to the creek and grab some various quartz and just, shinier stones
Like a
are
cornucopia, like
kind of,
you're like an
yeah,
antique shop worth of all these amazing different things. Okay.
just little witchy bits. Like,
Yeah.
they have value to the right buyer, and depending on that person's, kind of belief
Okay.
system.
All right,
Yeah,
yeah. So you fill a bag with all sorts of like, yeah, little here and there things
yeah.
that you hope will be shiny enough to catch the Rat King's attention, and perhaps you and your team will be the winners of the scavenger challenge. How about the beautiful new hair done up Kala? What is she thinking? She's not really used to running around the woods and scavenging for things, but that's what
No,
we're
and
doing
she
tonight.
was really hoping she'd get to fight something. So she's kind of a little stumped at first. And she sits down and she's just thinking about it. She's like, "Hmm." And it takes her a while because she's not very smart.
You're like staying in the village. You're
Yeah,
all
yeah.
like we said, go, 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 go. Yeah.
And then she has this one light bulb moment where it just like pings on, and she goes the this she does something a little weird, and she goes around to all the different rat people, and she is going to do her best to just make everybody laugh. And
Oh,
she's doing silly things, and she's throwing things around, and she's like telling jokes with them, and they're sharing stories, and they're just having a really good time.
okay.
Because you can steal a laugh from someone. Well, you can't really steal one, but you can share a laugh with someone. So Kala is scavenging for memories,
Ah,
and yeah.
right. So you've gone around and you've met with all these people. They're kind of wondering why you're not out scavenging things, but you have a plan. You have a plan to present to the Rat King. I like that. I like that. And then that brings us to the only person left, Sai. What are you thinking about doing
So,
here?
uh, you mentioned the rocky outcrop area that I found earlier. Um, since that's a place that I stumbled upon, I'm gonna assume that there's some sort of a trail or something like that going up around it. Um, on that trail, like kind of a well-used old trail, um, I noticed some small pits, some avens or keyhole passages, if as you might call them, into a cave system. These are small holes, not ones that you would
Okay.
enter by, but ones where any number of things could be lost. Um, near the trail edge.
Oh.
So I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna rappel off the side of these rocky cliffs and see if I can find a way into that cave system.
So yeah, you find a really cool underground cavern system. It's not enormous, but yeah, it's a really neat place. And you're absolutely right. There is stuff all over, and it's all really old stuff. because that trail, it's overgrown, but it must have been used whenever whatever was at these ruins existed. There must have been some more movement going on here.
Yeah, I'll look in like the deeper portions of the cave,
Okay.
those that have been washed out the most and eroded the most by rainfall or whatever. Those are going to have the oldest
Oh yeah.
and items and those that would be least missed.
Well, what do you want to find? What kind of thing are you hoping would be perfect?
Something useful, probably not like jewelry or something like that, but something more.
Do you want to find a weapon of some sort? Maybe like a dagger or
Sure,
something? Okay. So
sure.
tell me it's
I'll look around for something
so yeah,
trusty.
I mean it's old, like the style is even old. What kind of motif is on the hilt as you're looking at this thing? It's really, really ornate. What do you see on it?
I'm thinking something from my ancestry, from the Elvish people.
Oh, I really like
Um,
that.
so curled script, very delicate and something that has the markings of my people.
Yeah, I really like that. If it's yeah, so you find a really cool dagger, a clearly an elven dagger. It's got, yeah, all the swirls. It's got maybe some kind of a bird motif on it. Are there gems in it?
Yeah, but not like the ones you would usually consider precious.
Okay.
These are, like the ones that are easier to find.
Okay.
But wrought carefully.
But this is not a ceremonial, so it's not like a ceremonial dagger. This is a dagger that would be used, but clearly one that wasn't mass produced. This was
Right.
made for a person. They probably missed it when they lost it, but they lost it. And here, however many, 100 years later, you have found it. So that, yeah, that is a great find. Everybody's heading back to the village to reveal their items. So everyone is gathered. The sun is kind of coming up. The like children are rubbing their eyes. They've been asleep, excited to get up to see who's going to win. This is a big deal. And you get the sense this is like a coming of age thing. So when young
Aw.
people get to their coming of age, they have to go do the scavenger challenge. So you're being brought in that way. Bolo has come back and he's got like a large sheet, but it's like pulled up into a sack. Trixie's carrying a big bag. Gorgonzola has something wrapped up like in burlap. And then Ham has this huge basket with a blanket over it. So they have their stuff like laid out and ready to go. So the Rat King gathers everyone together and he's like, all right, the sun is coming up. Everyone has returned. We will now reveal the scavenged items and I shall judge who has brought back the best item. We will begin with Graham. What have you brought back?
I need some help to show you everything that I found. Guys, can you come up here? And I like gesture for all of the teenage rat
Oh,
boys
they're all about it. They all come
and
up.
help.
Yep.
And I basically just reach into the bag, grab them, and like have them parade in front of the Rat King with all of the different hats on their heads.
Oh yeah, they're into it. They're like their moms and dads are into it. Like everyone's clapping, and the Reckon's like, now this is an exceptional find. We can certainly put this to use here in our village. An excellent work, excellent work. Let us see from you, Bolo. Bolo, what have you brought back? And he steps forward and he says,
Rat King, I have scavenged through the forest and I have brought back this bounty of nuts and berries.
and he rolls out his sheet, and sure enough, there's just a big pile of nuts and berries, all the kinds of things that you would eat. And Reckon's like, oh, very, very good. That is a very good find. But I don't quite think it beats Graham's. Graham, you are still the winner right now. Mbolo's a little bit, he's a little bit sad, but he drags his nuts and berries back. All right. We now come to Ashen. What have you brought for us?
I unroll my little bag of various witchy bits and explain that it seems, to some people it seems like a kind of a mess of worthless items, but my years of experience have taught me that to the right buyer, these can be extremely valuable with the right combination, the right incantation, the right manipulation. It's all in how you use the things at your disposal and spin your circumstances.
All right. I like what you have brought. Gorgonzola, what have you brought back for us? And he steps forward and he says,
Rat King, I have found this discarded bolt of fine cloth.
and he pulls the burlap off and he has this like gorgeous bolt of turquoise cloth that is there. And he looks at Ashen's and he looks at Gorgonzola's and he's like, I give the point to Ashen. And then everyone like claps and he's like, this Gorgonzola's like,
This is fixed.
and he drops his bolt on the ground and then he wanders off. All right, Kala, what have you brought for us?
Well, Callie's looking a bit like, oh, it's really cool. And she's looking at the hats and she's just like, oh damn, mine is it's not so good. But she steps forward anyway, and she's all shiny and pretty, and she's got her hair did, and she's just this beacon of just like wholesomeness right there. And she's like, Rat King, I wanted to bring you something that wasn't a physical thing, because sometimes the best things, yeah, I know, just you have all this stuff already. I'm sure I wanted to bring you something you've never been given before. I have a riddle for you. And she goes, it can be shared but not stolen, and given but not taken. I grow when I'm shared and diminish when hoarded.
And he looks around at all those rat people like, is anyone? And they're all like, I don't know the answer.
So it's laughter, of course. And like, she's like, I've been sharing with all of your friends and your people all night.
He looks around, he's like, is this true? Did she not leave the village? And they're all like, yes. And they all have a good laugh about that. And he's like, this is the first time we've had a scavenge like this. I don't know, Trixie. This is going to be hard to beat simply because it is so new and interesting. What have you brought back? And Trixie kind of rolls her eyes a little bit. And she says,
I've climbed to the tallest trees and I've brought back only the softest feathers from nests.
and she has like a huge bag full of super, super soft feathers. She's like,
But I know the laughter was better. I get it. Whatever.
and then she kind of like just
I was like
rolls
heartbroken
her
a little
eyes.
bit.
Yeah.
She's just like, oh, that was a nice one, though. I really like the feathers. I bet you could make a good pillow out of that.
Yeah, whatever.
And then she does. She walks by, but she's good. She's good. She's having a good time. All right, Cypher, what have you brought back to show us?
I pull the dagger from behind my belt and hold it up so that the gem in the pommel glitters.
The Rat King rises and actually comes out to you and takes it and looks at that and he says, This is not possible. This is an elven blade. There have not been elves on this island for hundreds of years. I haven't seen an elf in hundreds of years. Where did you find this?
I describe the cave system under the road, under the old road.
How have we not found this before? We will have to go and do an extensive search of that. And everyone's sort of like agreeing with him. And he hands the blade back to you. I believe right now, Cypher by far has taken this contest. But Ham's like, oh, but wait for me. And he's like, all right, Ham, you are a good scavenger, but I think this one's going to be hard to beat. And he steps forward and he says,
Rat King, I know that I have scavenged the best item. All of these items are fabulous, but nothing will compare to what I have brought back.
And he grabs onto the blanket on top of his basket and he rips it off and he says,
A human baby.
and right in the basket is a human, about like a 1-year-old child in the basket. And everyone,
I was like, that was definitely stolen.
That one's going to be missed, I think.
Everyone is stunned. And the wrecking is like, Ham, you can't take a human disqualification. Cypher, you are the winner. Would you take that baby away from him? Tonight, When it gets dark tonight, we're going to have to return that baby, and hopefully it will not have been missed too long. Ham, you are a fool. You are a complete and utter fool. And
Oh my god.
yeah.
I just want to point out that this has happened before, which is why he wasn't like, oh, this is new. This is interesting. Like this has happened before.
Yeah. This is probably a problem.
No, we don't do this again. Not again. Not since the
Not
incident.
again, Ham.
We thought we had talked about this. Now, 4 cute little rat children, they come forth and they're carrying, like very ceremony, like they're in a ceremony. They come forward to each of you and they're carrying links of rope. And the Rat King says to you, "Don your tails." And the rat children are like going around behind you trying to tie things. And there's there's a choir of rat children that are now like singing like a song to like welcome you through the thing. And they're all, the moms and dads are like up close, like they're excited. They're like sketching a picture of their kid, like singing.
Perfect.
This is like the final thing. All right. So and as the ceremony is coming to an end, the Rat King says, "There is one more thing that I wish to give. Cypher, as the winner of the competition, I wish to reward you for the scavenge item that you have brought and given to our society. So I have gone into my personal hoard and I have brought something out for you." And he calls forward and a rat comes out and there's 2 bracers, or a pair of bracers. And they're pretty ordinary looking bracers, good quality. They have buckles instead of laces. So I mean they're nice. But they're not like super duper, special. They look like, just good quality bracers. And he says, "These bracers have 3 special qualities," and he motions for you to go ahead and put them on. I imagine that you do. The right bracer holds a small but very, very powerful grappling hook. So you can point your arm up to a tree, you can point it sideways, and then you fiddle around with it. Yeah, you've got it's like a Batman utility belt thing. So you can,
what I was thinking.
you can slide sideways, you can go forward.
I'm Batman.
You can maybe, you can you can tie somebody's legs up, whatever. He's like, "All right." The other one, if you will look right underneath it, and you find, he has to show you where it is, but there is a pocket in there that there is no way anyone is ever going to find that pocket. So you can hide something in the little pocket on the underside of the second bracer that nobody's ever going to find. And he says, "But the best enchantment of all is as long as you are wearing these braces, you can slip any knot, any chain, any binding of your hands at will. They are no good to me anymore, and I imagine that you and your party can make use of them. So I grant them to you. I hope that all of you will stay and enjoy the day before you leave. Perhaps you can just stay the rest of the day and tonight and leave on your journey tomorrow. I hope that you will, please. Yes.
Absolutely.
And with that, you celebrate, the sun rises, breakfast is brought out, and I think this is a good place to leave it. We will leave it there as you're eating breakfast with all of the rats.